Pop Arts TV's Bachelorette Season 13, I think? Yeah, Episode 4 recap. Oh, we have missed you guys. We had to take a little hiatus last week, but we are back and better than ever. And oh my goodness, so much has happened while we were gone in the Bachelor Nation world. We're going to dive into all of that. But before we even go any further, if you're watching, which of course you are, hit the subscribe button on YouTube, like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Pop Hearts TV. All right, now that you've gotten done with all that homework, I'm Kylie Hodges, and who is my beautiful co-host?
Sarah London. Hello.
So good to see you again.
Good to be back.
I missed you. Last week was hard to watch the show and not be here with you.
Yeah.
While we were gone, I think the reason our show didn't happen, I think our show not happening is the reason why so much drama happened in the Bachelor Nation.
I'm going to blame that, yeah.
Can you tell the people who I'm sure already know what happened, kind of what happened, allegedly?
Well, okay, so obviously Bachelor in Paradise is happening. There's lots of drinks. There's lots of sun. Probably not a lot of water going around. And a few things may have happened allegedly, between Corinne and DeMario.
And I should say, that was the very first day of filming, was
first day.
2 weekends ago.
Correct.
And that first day of filming was like the week that the episode where DeMario got booted happened. So,
and it seemed a little timely, right?
Yeah. It did. So, and it was filming in Mexico. First day of filming, Bachelor in Paradise is what it is. People get drunk, they hook up. That's why we love it.
That's literally why we watch the show.
We watch the show. And a producer was watching the footage and felt uncomfortable with what they saw.
Yeah, which I feel like if I was a producer on this show in general, like Bachelor, Bachelorette, Bachelor in Paradise, I would feel uncomfortable with everything I saw. I mean, you're literally watching someone's entire relationship, and you're going to try and tell me there's no cameras in the fantasy suite? There has to be.
Oh, whoa, conspiracy theorist over here.
I know. Well, you know what's funny, too, is I was reading tweets, and Jade, who was on, I think last year's season of Bachelor in Paradise, came out and said that she did some things on camera as well, like while filming was happening. So allegedly, I mean, and again, who knows what actually goes on behind the scenes, but I really think there's cameras everywhere, and this was one of those scenarios where they probably shouldn't have been rolling, right?
Yeah. Some sort of alleged sexual misconduct. DeMario and Corinne were involved. Both of them have released statements. DeMario's statement was more or less saying he feels like his name has been shamed.
Right.
Or put down. Corinne, her statement was more or less saying a nightmare happened. She's lawyering up.
Right. With like the biggest celebrity lawyer there is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then also other Bachelor in Paradise cast members have come forward and made statements.
Yeah.
More or less saying that they don't agree with Corinne.
Right.
Which I find it really interesting. It was Raven and Jasmine. So all three of those girls were on Nick's season together, and presumably they were all friends.
Well, and they were all on Rachel's season too. They all came on and did like a little cameo. So they were all friends. They were all together, and they have now all like unfollowed each other on Instagram, which is like the biggest issue in the 21st century. So
yeah, that's the worst thing you could ever do to somebody.
So I think we're having some trouble.
Us.
Yeah. Don't unfollow us.
I mean, I just want to know. I feel like we, the public, are never going to see or hear the truth.
I don't think we should.
No, I don't think we should either. But the fact that this much has come publicly really makes me wonder what happened. Like, you know, the media is 100% going to jump on any allegations of really damning things for somebody's image. But the minute that the truth comes forward and the powers that be can cover it, us consumers and viewers are never going to get the truth. So it's hard to speculate. It's hard to have an opinion. But today it was announced Bachelor in Paradise is no longer getting canceled, and they're going to return.
They're coming back. It makes me think, like, are DeMario and Corinne going back? That's my biggest, like, question mark right there. It's like, okay, we've had this huge scandal, so are they going back? I mean, I can't foresee them being on the show because I just think it caused way too much drama, so.
And, you know, I hope that nothing terrible did come out of this situation, but I will say the network is going to take this and milk it for all it's worth.
Oh, yeah.
And I bet somebody right now is, like, patting themselves on the back knowing that there are going to be tons of viewers when Bachelor in Paradise airs, and I will tune in.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just crazy because who knows what kind of a story they're going to feed us.
No,
so we'll see.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, now that we know Bachelor in Paradise is back in action, thank God, let's get to Bachelorette.
Yes.
So we're actually here to recap.
Yes.
So last night's episode, I don't love it, but I don't hate it. It was just a bit to digest. So let's hash it out, okay?
Right.
So it starts with the rose ceremony, which
Okay.
I agree with you on your complaint that the show needs to start going in order.
Right. So, I mean, for the first, 11 seasons, I feel like it's only been in the past, 2 seasons, they just never complete an actual episode, and they always hold the drama for the very end, and it drives me absolutely insane. Give us our traditional rose ceremonies back. So over it.
You just want a rose ceremony at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
I do too.
I mean, that's exactly how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Right? And then they do all this whole dramatic thing, I don't want a rose ceremony. That's what you're here for.
Yeah.
That's why you were hired on.
Truly.
Yeah.
We just want drama at the end of a rose ceremony.
Yeah.
Give us that drama.
Yeah.
Well, this episode started with the rose ceremony, and we saw Rachel was upset because there was a little bit of drama with the guys.
Mm-hmm.
More or less, Dean was alluding to the fact that Lee only picks fights with certain people in the house.
That he's not typically exposed to in his small town.
Yeah, and I think we all can agree that Lee does not seem like the greatest dude.
No, especially
The higher the hair, the worse the personality. That's what I always say.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's got that tall poof.
Yeah. He bugs me.
But he got a rose, and you know who didn't get a rose?
Are we talking Diggy? I know.
Yes.
I know.
We're talking Diggy.
He is
So upset about it.
still one of my favorites. I don't even know if he's going on Paradise, and I hope he is, but I have no idea.
I hope so too.
I love him and think he is the best character, and I don't understand why Iggy stayed and Diggy left, because Iggy is just so boring to me.
Well, it's interesting because Iggy hasn't gotten a lot of screen time, and actually neither has Diggy. But Diggy got that great intro video that made us fall in love with him because he has 500 pairs of shoes.
Right. And you know what, though? The thing that bugs me about Iggy is during his only screen time, I'm only talking about him because his name rhymes, clearly.
Yeah.
When he does get his screen time, he uses it to talk to Rachel about the issues going on in the house, and that is my number one thing. Season after season, that is your number one rule that you don't do.
Don't waste your time.
What is he doing?
Yeah. Makes you wonder if he's there for the right reasons. Okay. I forgot to say this earlier, but since this is Facebook Live, I think you guys know, interact with us. Rumor has it right now, you guys are tuning in saying you don't like Lee. I'm glad we got that out there because I don't like him either.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody does. And
Is it fair to say he has short man syndrome? Is that can I say that?
You can say that because I totally agree.
Yeah.
As a tall woman, I'm already...
He's overcompensating for something, and I'm not going to allude to what, but just saying.
The higher the hair, it's making up for multiple things. Lee, not on anybody's fan list. I feel like this episode really brought him to light that he's not the greatest dude.
Yep.
I don't care if he was drunk at the cocktail hour. When you treat people poorly, when you act like Lee, to me, I get the vibe that the alcohol's bringing out your true colors.
Right. Yeah. I know. I think that we're going to move on from him.
Yeah. Bye, Lee. Well, so Diggy got let go during the rose ceremony, very sad, but our other fave got a single date, a one-on-one, Dean.
My future husband.
Whoa, strong statement. She doesn't know how the show ends, you guys.
I really don't. I have no idea. He could win, he could not, but either way, he's going to be my husband.
So Dean got a one-on-one date, and I was telling you this earlier, I am so upset with the producers because they capitalized on his biggest fear and made him go on a one-on-one date in a blimp when he said he has a fear of heights. That is so cruel.
It's cruel, and how cute was him putting on his seatbelt? Trying to put on his seatbelt in a freaking blimp. I cannot handle it.
I felt the same. I felt when he was putting on a seatbelt the way I feel whenever a flight attendant tells me to put on a seatbelt in a plane.
Yes. What is the point?
What is this doing?
What is the point? It was really cute, though.
It was very cute. I think Rachel definitely was into it. I could see him going really far. What do you think?
Oh, I for sure have him in my top 3. He's definitely in top 3. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think he's definitely going to hometowns. Especially after that story, and I know he's a lot younger than her. She's 30.
I think she's 32. Yeah, she's 32.
And he's 26.
Yeah. Which is a big age difference. However, I will say, I can see a woman like Rachel who's got a lot of her life figured out, looking for someone who's a little younger, a little more carefree to loosen things up for her.
Yeah, right. Because she doesn't need some older established man. She needs someone to like kind of let go a little bit. And I think Dean is definitely that guy. I don't know. We saw a little bit of maturity with him, so I feel like he could go pretty far.
I don't think he's very immature, except for the fact that when he's uncomfortable, he smiles, which is like 24/7.
Yes.
But
I'm not mad at that, though.
No.
Have you seen those teeth? I mean,
adorable. He's adorable.
They're gorgeous.
And then, can we talk about tearjerker moment during their dinner? He talks about his mom dying from cancer, and I'm literally sitting on my couch in my workout clothes, weeping. My boyfriend comes in and is like, "Who died?" And I'm like, "Dean's mom!"
I know.
It was so sad.
Did you see my tweet? I was doing my makeup to come over here, and I was crying on the couch as I was rewatching the episode. It was so cute.
I also thought it was very sweet how Rachel talked about how she wanted to be strong for him.
Yeah.
Because he clearly didn't want to get too emotional about it. And she was trying to not trigger the water.
Which we've talked about is a little bit of a red flag. In a way?
Yes. I said earlier that I feel like the only red flag would be Dean revealed that he has never talked about this before, which is huge to basically say to a girl on a first date, we think it's a lie, but we don't know. We don't know anything.
I have sources, and I know that Dean has had long-term relationships, and you're trying to tell me that he has never talked about this. That is a strong statement to make that you've never talked about it. But my worry is, if he hasn't ever talked about it before, does that mean he's never had a grief counselor? Are there a lot of issues that he needs to work out? Are these things going to pop up in the relationship? That's just me being a worried planner. Yeah. No, I get it.
He also seems like a great guy.
So. He let down his walls. And can we just, I just have to get this out there because I'm such a huge fan. Russell Dickerson coming on the show and singing that song was adorable, and I want that to be my first dance song, so it's like meant to be.
When that scene happened, I turned to my boyfriend and said, "They always bring on musicians who I've never heard of."
I'm obsessed.
Thank you. And that's how relevant I am. It was a cute moment. I always like when they do that.
Yeah.
And now you have your wedding dance with Dean picked out, so it's perfect.
Call me.
So Dean had a great one-on-one date. Then we see the group date.
Yes.
The group date looked fun, and we didn't get much footage of it because no drama happened.
Yeah.
But it was getting drunk on a boat.
Rapping.
There was a rap battle.
My literal dream date.
A rap battle on a boat?
A rap battle on a boat.
It could be worse. It could be worse dates.
I mean, it was pretty chill. It was calm. There was like nothing exciting that happened on the boat, so that means it wasn't anything that we needed to see. And then we went to the roast. What did we do? The roast?
No, the cocktail hour. Yeah, it was a spelling bee, and then it led to the cocktail hour. So the spelling bee made me very concerned about America's public education system. With some of the Eric spelling facade wrong, really.
The best thing I've ever seen.
Starts with an F.
Okay, but how unfair was it that one of them was spelling passion and the other one was spelling like boudoir? And I was like, I don't even know how to spell that. No one would ever know how to spell that.
No, of course not. It was rigged.
It was had to have been rigged.
Had to have been rigged. I wonder if Rachel got to help rig it. Also, we don't know if it's rigged, but I feel like it was rigged.
I think it's rigged.
I thought it was really cute. Josiah won. You didn't exactly love the way he acted during the ceremony, or the spelling bee, though.
Okay, no, but we were saying if I was in Rachel's position, I would have liked it. He was going, like they said, a little like late night DJ on everyone, and it was getting weird. Like the deep voice was getting weird, and I felt uncomfortable about it. But I am a third party, so if I was Rachel and someone was doing that to me, I'd kind of be into it.
Oh, heck yeah. There was a guy saying sweet nothings into a microphone to me and a crowd of, like 12-year-old girls.
Yeah, 12-year-old girls.
I'd be kind of into it.
It was like a weird Backstreet Boys concert, maybe Boys to Men. I don't know. Yeah. It got a little weird.
Yeah. Josiah won, and then it went to cocktail hour. He had a big trophy. He poured like his whiskey.
Was that the best part? He was literally drinking champagne and whiskey out of his trophy. I mean, come on.
I mean, if I had a big trophy like that, I would drink out of it too.
Yeah.
All the guys were picking on Josiah for being cocky, and I'm trying to figure out if that was genuine or not. What are your thoughts?
I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so. I think it was totally forced.
Yeah.
He wasn't being that cocky. He really wasn't. So I don't know. I again produced.
Before we go any further into recapping this, I want to hear from you guys. I know that you all don't like Lee, but that's an obvious answer.
Yeah.
I mean, if you check Rachel's Twitter account from today, she even tweeted something implying that she doesn't like Lee. So I think that shows the duration of his time on the show is coming to an end. But I want to hear what you guys think of Josiah, because at the beginning of the season, they really amped up the pity card with him and to make you love him. Because,
Right.
His brother died, and he overcame all this struggle as a child, and now he's a prosecutor. But then in this episode, they're trying to make him look a little cocky. I'm curious how much people are receptive to him now as opposed to then. Kind of like with Iggy. I feel like Iggy was nothing before, and now they're playing him up as kind of a drama queen. I don't know how to feel.
My theory is that she's literally keeping him in the house to be a mole. Like, yes. And then we'll just totally toss him to the side once she's gotten all the information she needs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what was her reasoning for keeping Lee in the house, too? I feel like some of these decisions I feel like some of these decisions aren't hers to make.
Yeah, I know.
Unfortunately.
Which is
Because Diggy left.
Diggy and all 500 shoes. All 500 shoes
How
are now
can you resist such a beautiful man like him in a bow tie and shoes? This isn't the Diggy hour. I wish it was. Thank you for chiming in, Madison. It sounds like Josiah was making a lot of people uncomfortable, too. Which
made me uncomfortable.
But, like, what? He was, like, kind of drunk and having a good time. What makes you uncomfortable about just being, like, a little celebratory?
He reminded me of that, like, overly drunk guy at the bar that just talks to you kind of like, hey, mama. It's not a little, that's probably R-rated for this, but I'm just saying.
I know what you're saying.
It was a little creepy. It was a little, like, late night. I didn't like it.
But when he's one-on-one with Rachel, he's not really like that. So
I'm sorry, I'm going to be a little controversial.
Okay, all right, good.
No, he absolutely was. He was totally creepy. Was he the one who went in for the hug, or no?
That was Eric.
That was Eric.
Okay,
Okay, so maybe I'm getting it mixed up, but he was kind of weird. Josiah was like a little slow to talk, like just kind of staring her down. I don't know.
Yeah,
weird to me.
mean, alcohol. But yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's a different vibe from Josiah than what we're used to seeing. Now, you mentioned Eric and the hug. I brought this up. No, I don't know if any of you guys noticed this, but during the cocktail hour, Rachel was talking to Eric.
Yes.
Eric's the bald dude. He's kind of fun. He's got a good sense of humor. He's kind of in your face.
Yeah.
But I like him.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to go much further, but I like him. He asked Rachel, he said, I know you're probably a really busy woman, but what is a typical night for you? And she was giving this really great answer about it.
It's the complete opposite of what I would ever say.
She was like, I'm super busy, so I just like to clean as a stress reliever. And she's talking about why cleaning is stress relieving for him, and Eric's going like this. And then he goes, yeah, cleaning's good. You know what's also good? Hugging. Can I get a hug? This is the creepiest, also most blatant way to say, I wasn't listening to you, but I really want to touch you and kiss you right now. I'm not sure I love that. I want a guy who listens to me.
Yeah.
I think every woman does.
And then I felt really bad because you had Peter come in right after. Who knows if you really, like, came in.
Ooh, the silver fox.
I know. Okay, I was saying he totally has this, like, salt and pepper thing going on with his hair, and I'm into it.
Yeah.
I think I might like him more than Dean, but
yeah,
whatever. He just looked so good compared to that because it was a little creepy, and then Peter came in and was just super smooth and, like, just hanging out with her, kind of holding her hand, and I was like, you're going to win this entire show.
Totally.
100%.
I think we, at the first episode, agreed Peter's probably going to go all the way.
If he doesn't, I'm upset.
Well, and that scene is a perfect example of who are the boys in this house and who are the men.
Right.
Eric, boy. Peter, man.
Oh my gosh, and then you had another crazy uncomfortable makeup scene with Brian and her. And I was sitting there,
kiss her.
Yes.
That's all you need to say.
Yes, and I was so, it gives me the heebie-jeebies every time. I'm like, I do not want someone eating my face like that.
I'm worried Rachel has Stockholm Syndrome with Brian. And that she doesn't realize that he's predatory with his kisses.
Oh, absolutely.
Rachel, if you're watching, you can reject Brian.
You can send him home, and we will be here to save you.
I will say, though, the conversation that Peter had with Rachel about potentially moving to Texas or Wisconsin.
How cute was that?
Very cute.
And she was like, she just slid in there that she can practice law in Wisconsin, and I think everyone's heart melted and was like...
And she said, I didn't tell you that before, but she has been thinking about it, which means she's been
Since day
planning a
one.
future.
Yep.
Mhm.
She like immediately thought he's from Wisconsin. I can practice law there. We have a future. Oh my gosh, yeah. That just gave me chills.
Also, Peter's from my hometown, Madison, Wisconsin, so when she said that, I was like, I hope they moved there. Okay, next up, I want to talk really quick about Kenny. Now, I like Kenny. What are your thoughts?
He's just getting into too much drama. I mean, he was in the that was where the drama started in the beginning of the episode. Was you know they were sitting there and talking, Rachel and one of the guys, and overheard Kenny just like screaming in the background, right at Lee.
And I still don't really understand what that was about.
I don't understand either. However, does anyone
us.
understand why Kenny and Lee are fighting each other? Is it just because Lee is incredibly terrible?
He's just annoying, but
yeah.
like, what are they fighting about?
No one knows. We'll never know. I don't know. So I like him a lot. I do think he's a really great guy. I just think he's getting into too many emotions and getting really involved with the fights within the house and not just like focusing on him and Rachel enough, you know?
I have to say, even though they played up Kenny as like a family man, he's a little older and he has a daughter, because he's a professional wrestler, former Chippendales, probably an actor too, I do put him in the category of, are you here for the right reasons? Because he seems like the type that is just trying to make it to Bachelor in Paradise.
He already had a massive Instagram following before this show.
Oh, really?
In fact, so he was probably already selling Fit Teen movement watches. So he didn't really need this.
He was selling Fit Tea before, but after this, he's going to be selling Blue Apron subscriptions. That's what he is, you guys.
Actually, Hello
Fresh. I'm sorry,
Hello Fresh. And some teeth whitening, whatever.
Wow, insider scoop with Sarah here. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. So, I mean, do you think he's actually here for love, and do you think him and Rachel are compatible?
I think those are two different questions.
Okay, is he here for love? Is he here for love?
Okay, maybe I have the same answer to both questions. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. They did play him up as really sweet, but I just don't feel like he's here for the right reasons. And I don't really see him and Rachel being together. I do think he has this really like fiery side, and I think she does too, but in a different way, where she's really strong and he's just acting on emotion and kind of a little of a wild card, right?
Yep.
So
he's impulsive and she's thoughtful.
Yes, and I don't think that's a good balance, right?
No,
like I don't think that's.
And I do like him. I think he seems like a really fun guy, and I think they have cute chemistry together. But I see them more as a fling than a long-term relationship.
Yeah.
And I think at the end of the day, he might feel threatened by her status as a woman with her career.
100%.
And you know, he's an actor, so things are a little shaky in the world of entertainment. You never know what tomorrow's going to be. So I could see him being threatened by that.
Yeah.
I'm glad. It looks like you guys feel like Kenny's not there for the right reasons as well. I love that we're not alone.
Can we start a game, like a drinking game, where every time we say here for the wrong reasons or right reasons, everyone takes a drink? Kylie's gonna beat her. Yep. No, but seriously, I mean, he's not. He rubs me the wrong way. I think a little bit, and he's. I don't know how old he is, but he, has a daughter. He's a father, and
she's older.
Dean, 25, 26-year-old, felt a little more mature in the episode.
I agree. Yeah. I agree. So it cut to the teaser. We got another to be continued. Classic ABC. And it ends.
All I ask for is the rose ceremonies at the end of the episode. Chris Harrison.
Yeah. We have some notes.
Let's go.
I would also like that. It's on my Christmas list this year, but I don't think it's going to happen. Now, it's got like a weird ambiguous to be continued. It seems like Kenny's getting worked up with Lee.
They get the two-on-one.
We don't really know. It just sort of abruptly ended, and then we got this big teaser. And it's all alluding to Kenny and Lee are going to have a showdown. And we even hear Lee say something to the effect of that he wants to punch Kenny.
Well, and then you see Kenny with the bloody
eye. Yeah. And then you assume it comes from Lee, but I'm predicting that it comes from some sort of group date where there's a physical activity and he falls and hits his eye.
Really?
Yes. That's all the teasers from the past couple of years have been tricks. Editing tricks. And I'm a former television producer and editor, so I can tell you all the tricks, and that's one of them.
I am not any of the above. However, I will tell you that Rachel's tweet about Lee
Oh,
makes
yes.
me think that maybe he really isn't a good guy. Maybe he did punch Kenny. You don't.
I mean, yeah, I
So
can see
maybe
him
she
punching
has
Kenny.
a
I
lot of
think-
reason not to like him, and I feel like I don't know. Maybe he really does punch Kenny.
I hope not, but
Maybe.
also I hope so because then he'll get sent home.
What if they
'Cause
both
Kenny
go
will
home? What if they both go home?
Oh, that would be sad.
I like it. I'd be into it. It'd be fun.
Interesting. Wait, what do you guys think about this Kenny Lee situation? Because when I saw the teaser, I immediately was like, oh, they're gonna have a 2-on-1 date. Lee will get sent home.
Yeah.
But now,
What if they both do?
that's some tasty drama.
I should be a producer.
She should.
Yeah.
I want to hear what you guys are predicting because there's still a lot to go with the season.
Yeah.
Next week we have 2 episodes back to back.
Back to back.
It's a wild season. There's still a lot of guys left. We haven't seen hometowns. There's still quite a bit to go.
Yeah.
And we don't even know who's, other than Peter, we don't really know who Rachel's vibing. So I think we need to weed out some of the bad eggs and see what happens.
My fantasy bracket's confused.
My fantasy bracket went out the window after the first episode.
Yeah.
All right, thank you guys so much for watching. Sarah, tell everybody where they can follow you on social media.
So you can find me at the little @ sign,
yeah.
@SLondon23. I'm there on Instagram and Twitter.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So easy. Splendid.
I tweet about The Bachelorette a lot.
And if you guys are watching on YouTube, please hit subscribe. If you're not watching on YouTube, go to youtube.com/PopHeartsTV and hit that big old red subscribe button so you can get notified that we're here every Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. You guys can follow me on